Bill Jamie Lee Ross.
Mr Speaker, I always enjoy listening to the Honourable Clayton Cosgrove. He's one of the more entertaining members of the Finance and Expenditure Committee, after Mr Peters, of course. After the recent reshuffle, I was a bit concerned we'd be losing him, but the gods have shined upon us and he's still on the committee. We're currently considering actually the highlight of his legislative career, the Keep Kiwibank Bill. Not his... Oh, he's ditched it already. He's ditched it already. Okay, the first reading of the Keep Kiwibank Bill was the highlight of his legislative career. He's now given up on it. But a much better bill, Mr Speaker, that the committee will be considering is this taxation bill. I think actually it could be called the Taxation Increase Compliance Bill, because the three main matters that are considered in this bill are about increasing compliance with tax obligations. The change to the residential withholding tax, Mr Speaker, I think is going to be good and going to add to the additional tools we've already brought in through recent bills, when the requirement for an IRD number to be provided during property transactions and the Bright Line test that's recently come in. This will complement those two bills. I have to say that the Labour members opposite who are poo-pooing this idea, and as they usually do on these types of issues, whinge and moan about the changes we've made. If they want to come to Auckland and talk to some of the lawyers and talk to some of the real estate agents who deal with this every day, they will be told that already the changes the government has made is having an impact. It is slowing things down. On top of the fact we're building a whole lot more houses, we are seeing more houses being consented at an unprecedented rate, Mr Speaker. These are all starting to have an impact. But, Mr Speaker, this bill will also bring about an additional measure which will help in a big way. I don't want to speak for very long. I want to save the Labour members opposite who are probably a bit concerned about what we're saying and all the good things that's happening through this bill. But, Mr Speaker, the fact of the matter around GST is that we're able to bring in the changes to GST with online services relatively easily through this bill. But I want to allay their fears. There is a consultation document that the Minister of Customs is working on that is going to be going out next year. That will be the opportunity for New Zealanders to be consulted on the GST potential options with actual goods coming across the border. And, Mr Speaker, I think that'll be a golden opportunity for New Zealanders to contribute their views on what could change. And with regards to student loans, Mr Speaker, this is a very simple change to this bill which will lead to greater compliance. Those that are living offshore in Australia, the greater information that we're going to be sharing between our two countries will lead to greater compliance with student loan repayments, and that's a good thing for the country. I commend the bill to the House.